On a chilly fall afternoon in the mountains of Vermont, tech mogul Richard Sterling was driving his latest Tesla electric car down a winding road. At 65, he had grown accustomed to comfort and speed, but today his car suddenly stopped in the middle of the road, its display displaying a system error. The tech billionaire grimaced, frustration rising as he realized he was in a remote location with no cell service. As Mr. Sterling fumbled with the useless phone, a figure appeared in the distance. A boy, about 12 years old, approached with confidence. His shabby coat and muddy boots suggested that he came from a poor family, but his eyes shone with intelligence. "Having trouble with your car?" the boy asked, his voice echoing in the quiet space. Mr. Sterling nodded, feeling a little hopeful mixed with doubt. "Yeah, it just stopped suddenly. I don't know what happened." The boy smiled. "I can help you. I often fix machines on your grandparents' farm. Do you have any tools?" Mr. Sterling pointed to the trunk, watching the boy quickly pull out the necessary tools. The boy moved with surprising ease, his small hands quickly examining and repairing parts. Mr. Sterling watched in amazement, feeling small and helpless before the boy's intelligence and dexterity. After about 15 minutes, the boy wiped his hands on his jeans and stood up. "Okay, let's try restarting." Mr. Sterling did so, and the trolley started up again as if nothing had happened. He breathed a sigh of relief, reached into his pocket, and pulled out a wad of money. "Here, take this. I really appreciate your help." The boy took a step back, politely shaking his head. "No need. I just want to help you." Mr. Sterling watched in surprise as the boy turned and walked away, his small figure disappearing behind the trees. He still held the wad of money in his hand, feeling a strange sense of shame. That night, in his modern villa, Mr. Sterling could not forget the image of the boy with bright eyes and sincere smile. His life was built on numbers, contracts and successes, but this boy taught him a lesson in kindness and sincerity. The next morning, Mr. Sterling was determined to find the boy who had left such a deep impression on him. He drove along the same route he had taken the day before, but the roads were wet and difficult. His car got stuck on a rough patch of concrete, and it took him several more minutes to figure out how to free himself. When he finally got off the road, he entered a small village deep in the valley. The simple houses with stone walls and red-tiled roofs looked like vivid paintings. He stopped and began asking the people there about the boy he had met. A boy about 10 years old, small, brown hair, very bright eyes, he described to the people in the grocery store, then to the people sitting on the porch benches. But all he got were disappointed shakes of the head. The afternoon sun had fallen, and the sun was shining brightly on the village road. At this moment, Mr. Sterling was preparing to turn around and leave when he suddenly saw a woman. She was wearing a simple dress, barefoot, with dark skin and eyes as bright as stars. She was carrying a basket on her head, her hand supporting the corner of the basket, her figure graceful and gentle. This image reminded him of the boy he had met yesterday. There was something about this woman that made him feel like they were connected. Deciding not to miss the opportunity, he rolled down the car window and asked, describing the boy with all the impressions in his mind, a boy about 10 years old, small in stature, brown hair and intelligent eyes. "He helped me fix my car yesterday." The woman's eyes lit up when she heard this. "That's Ethan, my son. Do you need something from him?" Sterling breathed a sigh of relief, joy bursting through his heart. "I want to see the boy again to thank him, because he helped me fix this car yesterday." "Then follow me," said the woman, a bright smile on her face. His car stopped in front of an old house. Nestled among the trees, the house was built of wood the color of time. The roof was covered with faded red tiles, while the walls were also stained by time but still kept a simple and rustic look. The house had a wild look, but made people feel close. Upon entering, Mr. Sterling immediately felt the warmth inside the house. The old oak tables and chairs were neatly arranged. On the wall hung old photos, reflecting the image of a loving family. A faded but still sturdy cabinet contained simple items, only the necessities for daily life. The things in the house were clean and tidy, as if they had been meticulously cared for every day. A light aroma of the meal being cooked wafted from the wood stove, making the space more welcoming. He felt peaceful and warm in this house, as if the hardships of life outside had all melted away. The woman pointed to a small room. "Ethan is in there. Come see him." Sterling nodded, feeling overwhelmed with emotion at the thought of seeing the boy who had helped him through his difficult time. Ethan appeared, still with a big smile on his face. "Hello, Uncle, is there something you need me for?" Mr. Sterling smiled. "I want to thank you again. You've done me a great favor." Ethan shrugged. "It's no big deal." He often helped people in the village like that, when he saw someone in need. Mr. Sterling smiled gently and said, "So do you need me to do anything for you?" Ethan replied politely, "Thank you, Uncle. But I really don't need it." When it was time for dinner, Ethan's mother, Mauden, came out. She smiled with a friendly look. "Hello, Mr. Sterling. Would you like to stay and have dinner with us? We have prepared a very simple but delicious meal." Sterling hesitated for a moment. His busy life in the tech world meant he rarely had time for simple family meals. But then, Mauden's enthusiasm and friendliness warmed his heart. Finally, he nodded and joined Ethan at the table. Inside, the atmosphere was warm and intimate. The dining table was simply laid out with simple dishes: white rice, stir-fried vegetables, braised meat and a pot of tomato soup. Although there were no elaborate dishes, the flavors brought a familiar, warm feeling. With each bite, he felt like he was returning to his difficult childhood. Meals with his parents, sitting together, without worries, without calculations. As he sat at the table, he looked around the room. The pictures on the walls were of family, simple happy moments. Ethan's innocent smile and Mauden's warm eyes reminded him of memories he had long forgotten in the hustle and bustle of life. While enjoying the meal, he shared about his days of poverty. He told of the evenings of eating cold rice by the light of an oil lamp, and his simple dreams of being able to create a better life. Mauden and Ethan listened attentively. The two of them also took the time to tell their life stories, about the hard work on the farm, but always filled with love and attachment. The meal was filled with laughter and stories, creating an intimate atmosphere. Mr. Sterling felt a special connection, something he had never experienced with friends or colleagues in the cold world of technology. Every bite was not just food, but affection, sharing. During the cozy meal, Mr. Sterling had the opportunity to talk more with Ethan and his family. He was especially impressed with the boy's intelligence and eagerness to learn. "Ethan, do you have a dream?" Mr. Sterling asked, his voice warm. "Yes, I want to be a good engineer," Ethan replied, his eyes lighting up. "In addition to creating world-class architecture, I want to help poor people have a better new home." Mr. Sterling smiled and nodded. "A very noble dream. So how do you think we can make it come true?" Ethan thought for a moment and then replied, "I think I need to do really well in school, especially physics and math. Then I want to go to a good university to study architecture. And most importantly, I want to learn from good people, people with real-world experience." Mr. Sterling nodded, satisfied with Ethan's answer. "You have the right ideas. But to make your dreams come true, you need more than that." "Yes, is there anything else I need?" Ethan asked, curious. "You need perseverance, passion and confidence," said Sterling. "You will face many difficulties and challenges along the way. But if you don't give up, keep learning and always believe in yourself, you will succeed." Mr. Sterling went on to share with Ethan his experiences, the struggles he faced and how he overcame them. He emphasized the importance of building relationships, finding mentors and constantly expanding your knowledge. "And you know, Ethan," said Mr. Sterling, "the most important thing is that you always maintain kindness and sincerity. Those are the most valuable qualities you have." Ethan listened to Mr. Sterling attentively, his words giving him strength. He felt lucky to have met such a successful and kind man as Mr. Sterling. "Thank you, Mr. Sterling," Ethan said, his voice filled with gratitude. "I will remember your words." When the meal was over, Mr. Sterling stood up and smiled warmly at Ethan and his mother. "Thank you for this wonderful meal. It's been a long time since I've had such a warm family meal. As time passed, Ethan grew up. The intelligent and studious boy had now become a tall, mature man. Ethan's academic performance was always outstanding, and he easily entered a prestigious university majoring in architecture. During Ethan's college years, Mr. Sterling was always there for him. He not only supported Ethan financially but also became a dedicated mentor. Mr. Sterling shared valuable experience in the construction field with Ethan, introduced him to leading experts, and created opportunities for him to participate in interesting research projects. In his senior year of college, Ethan received an internship offer from a leading global construction company. This was an opportunity that thousands of students dream of, but also a big challenge for Ethan. He felt nervous and unsure if he had the skills to meet the company's requirements. When Mr. Sterling learned of this, he went to Ethan and encouraged him. "Ethan, you are a talented and determined young man. I believe you can do anything you set your mind to. Don't let fear stop you from pursuing your dreams." Mr. Sterling's words of encouragement gave Ethan the strength to accept the internship offer and work hard to prove his abilities. During his internship, Ethan worked hard and creatively. He quickly adapted to the professional working environment and contributed many valuable ideas to the company. At the end of his internship, Ethan received an official job offer with an attractive salary. Ethan is extremely grateful to Mr. Sterling for always believing in him and helping him. He knows that without Mr. Sterling, he would not be as successful as he is today. On Ethan's graduation day, Mr. Sterling attended and gave him a special gift. The gift was not a mere material thing but a housing project for people in difficult circumstances, poor families in the community. All the expenses were paid by Mr. Sterling. This was Ethan's first project, something he had cherished for a long time, hoping to contribute to improving the lives of the less fortunate. Mr. Sterling, who had gone through a difficult time in the past, clearly remembered the favor Ethan had shown him during a difficult time. Now, he felt very grateful and wanted to do something to repay the favor. He not only gave Ethan a project, but also a mission, an opportunity for him to fulfill his passion and make a difference in the lives of those around him. Realizing the responsibility he had just taken on, Ethan could not help but feel excited and full of determination to start realizing this humane dream. And the first place he would definitely do it would be the village he had been attached to since childhood. As for Mr. Sterling, he was a cold man who cared only for material success and had little regard for human values. Work and profit became the top priority, but it was the event of visiting Ethan's house that made him suddenly realize that there were greater things than money. The transformation in his personality and outlook on life had a profound impact on his business. He began to apply humanistic values to his company, creating a positive work environment where employees were not only encouraged to work hard but also recognized and respected. He always emphasized that success was not only achieved through profits but also through the impact it had on people's lives. Mr. Sterling also makes social commitments through his company. The company has started to participate in many social projects, with the aim of contributing to the sustainable development of the community. From organizing vocational training programs for young people to protecting the environment through green initiatives, every activity is done with the vision of a positive impact on society. Through these changes, not only did his company grow stronger, but his human values became a distinct mark in his brand. He realized that true success comes not only from making money but also from leaving a meaningful legacy for the community. Ethan is an innovative architect who seeks to incorporate modernity into home design while preserving and honoring the surrounding nature. The homes he designs are not only homes but also harmonious, cozy, and environmentally friendly living spaces. With modern yet gentle lines, the homes are arranged to maximize natural light, creating a fresh and comfortable atmosphere. Ethan places great emphasis on using eco-friendly materials such as recycled wood, eco-bricks and paints that do not contain toxic chemicals. At the same time, he also applies energy-saving solutions such as solar power systems, efficient insulation and rainwater harvesting, creating houses that are not only environmentally friendly but also cost-effective for residents. The design process did not stop at the drawing board. Ethan spent a lot of time working closely with the local community. He organized meetings, listened to the wishes and opinions of the people about the house they wanted. As a result, the project was not only suitable in design but also really met the real needs of the people. This connection helped create a special feeling and a common goal throughout the community. As families move into their new homes, their lives begin to change for the better. They not only find a safe place to live, but also a place to bond, connect, and grow. Hopes are ignited, giving them the motivation to strive to create a better future for their families and children. Ethan's project is not just about providing housing, but also the foundation for a united community. These new residents support each other, forming a strong network based on sharing and helping each other. In this way, the project has become a model for other social housing projects, spreading the spirit of kindness and inspiring similar initiatives in many other places. A symbol of creativity, humanity, and the strength of the community, bringing strong belief in a bright future. Ethan, a young man with a big heart and a strong passion, always regarded Mr. Sterling as a spiritual father, a teacher, and a friend. Mr. Sterling was not only an important figure in Ethan's life, but also a great inspiration who showed Ethan the right path. Through the valuable lessons and vivid stories shared by Mr. Sterling, Ethan learned the power of kindness and sincerity. Mr. Sterling taught Ethan that love and caring for others are core values to build a better society. Their relationship was not just a teacher-student relationship or a friendship, but also a living testament to the power of kindness. Ethan often recalled the long conversations Mr. Sterling had with him at night, when he not only taught but also shared profound philosophies of life. This engraved in Ethan's mind that each person has the responsibility to create value in the lives of others. When Mr. Sterling passed away, Ethan did not let his grief slow him down. Instead, he decided to continue his father's legacy. In that spirit, Ethan became a thoughtful and visionary leader. He focused not only on personal success but also on a larger goal, creating value for the community. With every project and initiative he initiated, Ethan considered how it would benefit those around him. Ethan is not only a leader, but also an inspiration to the younger generation. He often organizes seminars, classes, and mentoring programs where he shares his experiences, lessons from Mr. Sterling, and his own perseverance. He encourages young people to pursue their dreams, no matter how great the difficulties. Ethan's stories of rising from failure, relentless efforts, and unwavering faith have lit the fire of passion in the hearts of many young people. Ethan and Mr. Sterling's story has become an endless source of inspiration not only for Ethan's generation but also for many generations to come. Good values such as kindness, trust, and sincerity are strongly spread from their relationship. This reminds us all that, no matter how the world changes, the power of sincere relationships is always the foundation for sustainable development of individuals and society. In each person's heart, like Ethan's, a little kindness can make a big difference. If you find this story valuable, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our videos. Please share your feelings in the comments section. We rely on it to improve the quality of our videos. Thank you for watching the video.